this is good for you. Because I think that as we look at what works want to get done related to economic development, some of the projects that we're interested in, the notion that you're going to go with design bid build in this current climate where the construction industry is very, very busy. And being able to predict the cost so that you have good ROI can be very, very challenging. In fact, I would say for the last couple of years, the cost escalation is 5 to 6%. Right? So for every year that you wait on your project, it's costing more and more. And you may be challenged when actually getting bidders that want to bid on your work because they're busy sometimes. So I wanted to start with that. And then this, I just wanted to give you an idea that in RCW 3910 is where there's some language that says that we're allowed to, as public agencies, to use alternative delivery other than just design, bid, build. And that's a really good thing. So as Bob talked about with design build, the fact that we lowered the limit so it's $2 million means that any work already project that has the right elements to it that would be appropriate for one of these alternative deliveries, and you bring the right expertise along with you, you can go to PRC and get these projects approved. So I think that and I would say that one of the challenges we have as owners when we look at a design bid build is that we then hire a designer, right? They design this thing fully, then they put it out to bid. And we all know what happens there, right? Person that's a little bit usually left behind, and then you're trying to deal with all of the issues when you're trying to build. And if there are any design flaws, which the standard of care is that the design is not 100%. So that means there's always something you're going to have to deal with. So that's one of the things that we can overcome when we start looking at using alternative delivery is that we can now start to look at how we best transfer the risk to the entity that can best take care of it. So this is the slide. So you hire the designer, then you hire the contractor. Any issues from design, we end up writing change orders for it comes out of our mouth. So these are the alternative deliveries that are available to you. And I want you to keep in mind, and that is that although we might talk about two different delivery methods, design build and general contractor construction manager, which is them, there's actually a number of flavors within that. And that's good to know because when you think about your project, we want to be a resource to you so that you can best understand which one of those nuances is the best for your project. And the reason that matters is because if that project is appropriate, you go to the PRC. If you don't pick the right nuance, you will get rejected. Because the way that the legislation is written, there are a lot of nuances around what's the difference between bridging, traditional, and progressive. Right? So I think Bob mentioned a little bit about progressive. That is the one where you can hire a design builder when you just have a concept. I'm thinking about building a building because I want to have return revenue. I have a warehouse that I want to retrofit, and I really want someone to come along with me to help me figure it out. So that would be progressive. You're hiring someone to come and work with you, and then you lock in your target budget and your price after you've had a chance to work with that design builder. All the way to bridging, which is the version where you know what you want. And what you're giving your proposers is here's an idea of what I want, all the way from maybe the size of the building, the shape of the building. And so what they're doing is they're giving you their expertise to finalize the design and actually build them on your behalf. On the GCCM side, the nuance is there is that if you're building a larger building, so for example, I understand in 2013, Florida Hospital had a modernization of their, let's see, make sure I don't get that right wrong, Tri-City Airport. They used to GCCM. Now in 2013, I don't believe that we had the MCECM subcontracting method. So what that is that if you hire a GCCM, you're actually able to also bring on an electrical and mechanical to help you with what you might have. So that's a nuance. The other one I want to bring up is the heavy civil. Yeah, that may be one that's of interest to courts. Because what that does is it says that when you're doing, let's say, some marine work or some roadway work, a lot of times those contractors want to self-perform a lot of the work. And heavy civil actually allows you to have the GCCM self-perform up to 50% of the work. And what we found was that some of these contractors, if you hire them and you tell them you have to compete for all of this subcontracted work, they may not be all that interested if they have a lot of their own. And the key thing here is that the contract value has to be $2 million or greater. So it can't be your smallest project. There is a threshold. But I think that as we look at how much things cost these days, $2 million is very important. Model for the GCCM. One of the reasons you might want to pick this model is that you still get to pick who your designer is, and what you get is that the GCCM is actually working alongside your designer so that you don't end up with a situation where your design gets all done, you open the envelope, and you go, oh, that is way more than I wanted to spend. What do I do now? So what the GCCM does is it's working with your designer all along the way and doing value engineering and making sure that when you finally get to bidding out those packages, in all likelihood your budget's going to be a lot closer to what you thought. Then if you get all the way down the design, and then you hope and pray that the contracting community gets you a good price. Now, with that means that because we still hire the architect and the engineer, if there are any design flaws, we still own them. So I think I talked through most of these pieces. I'm going to check, Chris, the slides are available, right? Yeah. Okay, great. I would rather talk about the nuances than read slides to you. That's okay. About this, the way that this is structured, because the way it's structured is what gives us the benefit. What this model does is it literally says that we are going to hire a design build team. So the contractor and the designer come as a partner. What that means is that if along the way the designer has design flaws, they have errors, they have omissions, the design build team owns that, not. That is a really big piece that is an important factor here, because we have found that along the way, sometimes owners end up holding the bag for a number of design issues where the standard of care says that's still within the standard of care, but it's quite impactful to us as well. The piece that I want to point out is that pre-design consultant. That's where if you're going to have bridging documents or you want to actually have advanced level of pre-design, you might hire a consultant. But if you're going to go with progressive, where you're literally bringing someone in who have this idea and you need help to figure it out, then you may need a very limited amount of support for that. And in my mind, I think that's where you can get a lot of benefit as a small board where you don't have a lot of resources, but you have some big ideas that you want to bring in partners. So I talked a little bit about this. I think the other couple of things I want to bring up here is that with the design build, because the designer and the builder show up as a partner, it is faster. So what we found is that the city of Richland, when they were able to design and build in about the same time that they had found if they were fully designing and then building, the amount of time they were building about the same time as designing and building. So that's an important piece, because if you have both of them together, You don't have to be completely done with your full design before you can get going with some of your really one you can read at home. The reason that we go this serial is because we do have a design build training class, and we also have some best practices on what it is class. And there are some different tools there that really help you understand that when you have design build and there's three different types of it, and how might you decide what makes sense to you. So you can look at what other owners have come together and developed in terms of best practices, and take a look at what might make sense for your work. Committee. So this is the part I want to demystify, having served on the committee for 3 years. And that is that when you submit your application, go up over here, this down. You have an application that you're going to fill out. There's a panel of 6 to 8 folks that will review that application. And the way that the PRC works is it's actually a panel of cross-sector individuals. So it might have a designer on there, a contractor, an owner, a subcontractor, somebody from the minority business community, someone from labor. So what that does is it really, from a cross-section standpoint, says we want to make sure that the project that's being proposed for alternative delivery is the right project based on the criteria, and that the owner knows what they're doing. And I would say that for ports in particular, we want to make sure that the resource that you're getting to help you really understand the needs of your project, what the goals are, as well as what it takes to deliver the project. Because if you show up to PRC and you have consultants that don't really understand the process and the rules, even if it's the best project and the risk that you have makes it a really appropriate project to standard design build, it will still be denied if the committee believes that there's some risk that the owner can't deliver. So earlier, Bob was talking about the gift that keeps on giving when the statute gets updated for things that one owner might have done that then all owners get blessed with here's some new rules that we're going to impose on everyone. So the most important thing for us is to make sure that we're providing the resources for us. So if you're thinking about a project that may meet any of these criteria, or that maybe also design build by sense, I'll get in touch with you so that I can talk to you and just see what might be possible. Because some of these nuances, you're not going to pick up reading just the application or even just the slide that I'm showing here today. The interview and the deliberation are considered a public session, so anyone can go and listen, give testimonies. Yes, the best project is on you. We really think it makes no sense, or we have some concern. So the whoever who says be prepared. I have kids, and I tell them what the test is going to look like at the beginning, so that they can be test prepared. So these next couple of slides is actually the scoring sheet that the PRC members have to go through to evaluate whether the project makes sense. With these here are for the design build, but the owner actually has to be whether it's the right project. The key thing I want you to remember here is that, for the most part, using alternative delivery means that the project has some complexity. Right? That you're building either a really busy port terminal, or you have some contaminated materials that you're having to work through. There's some means and methods that you don't understand. You have some complex permitting conditions that you might want to bring a contractor in earlier to help. Those are typically the things that make your project one that is appropriate. You might find that your work district a building with historical significance that we really support might also fit this. And then my experience is the same for design building and GCCM. What we want to know is that if you're given the key to this project in design building, that you're going to manage it well. You're going to follow the RCW 3910 so we don't get in trouble from auditors or anything else about how we're carrying out the project. So that's what these tend to be, is just making sure that when you have the funding, you have the budget, and you have the people. And the people is not necessarily within the board itself. You can be consultants bring it back into. This is the one. And what you see when you look at the slide deck later is it's essentially the same criteria for projects. It's really related to complexity areas where we really want the contractor to work with our designers, because designers sometimes have a great design that's kind of challenged in how you can build it or how you build it within the price of the same thing here. Here I just wanted to give you an idea of the resources that are available. So like I said, you can come talk to me. There's some other owners that have done this before. From what I can tell, the only work that is done now is for Pasco. There are a number of other public agencies that have done work. I'm actually thinking about so that we can let folks know what those individuals are. There's training that you can take for both design build and GCCM. There's also a manual for design build best practices. And a couple of ideas that I'm thinking when I am at this spot, what might be helpful is for you to hear a little bit about the kind of projects that have been approved and built using design build. Would you find that helpful? So these are the projects that are in the 2 to 10 million range. So the city of Tacoma, Tacoma Power did some rebuilding of their turbines. City of Snoqualmie had a project on water issues that they were having for disinfection in their lake. So they used the design build for that. The Washington School District, new headquarters was using design build. King County DOT, their Pier 50 boat replacements. City of Everett, roof replacements. So it can be a lot of different things. Spokane Public Facility District, their Veteran Memorial built using a design build. And then Clown County Public Hospital District worked on a medical center using GCCM. And Tacoma School District had an elementary school remodel. So what you can see is it's both buildings as well as utilities work. And as you think about park districts, what are the kind of projects that you think that you might see in your future and potentially look at this sort of like that? So anyway, that was my presentation. I will be here for the next couple of hours. More than happy to talk with you and very excited to represent you on Seaport. Thank you.